Good evening. As for our lesson for this session, we have Module 1, Teaching and Learning with Technology, Hand Introduction. Okay? So, if there is one thing that changed the world so fast, it is technology. While there exists technology in the past as non-digital technology, the current digital technology has been a factor that shrunk the world and made it flat. It has provided a new environment for learning, new ways teachers teach, and also new ways of how teachers learn. In the beginning, it has created a divide between the digital natives and the digital immigrants. However, as the years go by, such divide has become narrower and even blurred. This has led to the new educational revolution in teaching and learning, which has been triggered by technology and resulted to better learning outcomes in the 21st century. So, for this introduction, so we had been introduced with technology as one of the most or the fastest growing isa sa pinakamabilis ang pacing sa mundo natin. So, every now and then, every month, merong bagong release na new model ng motor, ng car, ng sasakyan, ng cellphone, ng computer. So, monthly yung pacing nila halos. So, ganun katindi yung pacing ng technology. Ano po? So, hindi rin bago sa atin na ang ang technology ay nagbibigay sa atin ng bagong paraan para matuto. Okay, as a student or as a teacher even though. Okay, so for example, gusto kong matutong magluto ng isang putahe. Walang paraan para malaman ko yun kasi walang magtuturo sa akin. So, pwede akong manood sa YouTube. I'll just search the recipe in the YouTube. Then, automatic merong recipe, tapos merong pang paraan kung paano lutuin yan. Almost the same taste as that of the professional chef. So, sa learner naman, as teacher sa classroom environment, so madaming paraan para gamitin ang technology sa pagtuturo. We can make use of computers. We can make use of LCD projector or LCD screen or TV. Pwede natin gamitin yon. Ano pa? As learners, sa bahay pa lang madaming paraan. So, yung technology, for example, yung cellphone, ang tawag na natin dyan ngayon is nanny cellphone. Bakit nanny cellphone? Yung kasing anak mo na iyak ng iyak, ginagawa mo lang is pinapapanood mo ng cartoons sa cellphone or Cocomelon para lang tumigil sa pag-iyak. So, nanny cellphone or nanny technology na yung tawag natin doon. Para lang hindi tayo maistorbo sa pagtuturo. So, that is true. Alam natin lahat na nangyayari yan. So, hindi makontrol. Uncontrolled siya. Okay. But, you can control that anyway. Depende po sa inyo yan. Okay. The module outcomes are the following. We have 3. So, at the end of the module, you should be able to identify the competency standard of ICT for teaching and learning in the pre-service teacher of education. So, kayo po yun, pre-service teacher education as the future teachers. And you should be able to identify competency standards for ICT. We're going to discuss that here. Unpack the basic concept of ICT to provide common understanding for teacher and learning. Okay. We also have valued the use of ICT in the teaching and learning. So we're going to value the use of ICT in teaching and learning. Okay? Anyway, let us move on. Lesson 1, ICT Competency Standard for Philippine Pre-Service Teacher Education. Okay. Kayo po yon. Ano po? Philippine Pre-Service Teacher Education. Lesson outcome for this lesson, we identify the competency standard of ICT necessary in teaching for pre-service teacher education. Okay? And familiarize with ST, National Education Technology Standard for Teachers. Okay? Yan yung lesson outcome natin. Yung kanina, ang tawag doon is module outcome. We have, sabi ko nga, we have several modules for this course. Ano po? Okay. Next. Yan. Look at the two teachers in the picture below. Binigay ko ito sa inyo as assignment. So far, as I am recording this, ano ba ngayon? Thursday night na ako nagre-record. So, pag-check ko kanina sa Google Classroom natin, there are 88 responses. So, you are 130 students. So, kulang na kulang pa yon. Anyway, 88 responses and binasa ko po lahat yon. Okay? So, I will just choose some answer. Ibibigay ko sa inyo as general na lang. Who is better equipped to handle the 21st century learners? Okay? Ang sagot ninyo is Teacher B. Teacher with digital technology most likely. Kasi siya yung gumagamit ng digital technology na nakikita ninyo. Ano ba? Okay. Pero wag po natin kalimutan na si Teacher A is technology din yung ginagamit niya. Kaya lang, traditional technology lang. Traditional technology. Yung isa naman is digital technology. So, to handle 21st century learners, your answer are letter B. Okay? Then, pagdating sa question number 2, which of the two teachers would you like to become when you graduate and why? You answered, some answered B, some answered both, some answered A. Okay? So, medyo nagulat ako dun sa A. Hindi ko masyadong parang hindi yata ninyo masyadong naintindihan yung question. Which of the two teachers would you like to become when you graduate? Okay, you answered A. Ang paliwanag is that kasi si A may face-to-face. Parang ganun, ang style ng iba. Wag natin kalimutan si Teacher B, naka face-to-face din siya. But he's using digital technology. Face-to-face yan, pero gumagamit lang siya ng projector or TV screen. Pwede po yun. Anyways, that is for you to find out. So, kasi pag ang naman natin is, madami tayong klase ng technology in teaching. Meron nga tayo dyan tinatawag na MP4 or MP3. Alam niyo ba ibig sabihin nun? So, MP3 or MP4 means Manila paper 3 pages or Manila paper 4 pages. Yan, ganun. So, that's still technology, pero luma lang. So, si Teacher A, using traditional technology, okay, sulat sa board, paliwanag. Most likely, nangyayari yan sa talaga. Pero, somehow, in this world, nangyayari, most likely na yung, teacher with digital technology. Medyo mas madaling siyang i-handle ng konti. Okay? Pero kung marunong ka sa computer. Okay, let us move on. So, yun yung usual na sagot ha. So, usually sagot sa question 1 is B. Karamihan yun, almost all. Okay? Sa number 2 question, merong sumagot ng B, merong sumagot ng both, merong sumagot ng A. Okay? Si Kaloy, A yung sagot niya. Tapos meron pa ako nabasa. Natandaan ko lang yung sagot ni Kaloy kasi maganda rin yung paliwanag niya kung bakit A. Okay? So, yan. Let us move on. So, ICT Competency Standard CHED UNESCO as provided in 2017 Policy Standard and Guidelines or PSG for pre-service teacher. So, anong ibig sabihin ng ICT Competency Standard? So, na ini-enumerate or i-enumerate natin dito. Kung ano ibig sabihin ng ICT Competency Standard. Okay? Or kung ano-ano yon. So, what does this program provide? So, the program outcomes of teacher education degree clearly states that every future teacher demonstrate proficiency in development and utilizing the information and communication technology or ICT resources in promoting quality teaching and learning process. Okay. Dapat daw, as a future teacher, you are capable of utilizing ICT resources. Okay? Hindi na po uso ngayon yung hindi ka marunong gumamit ng cellphone. That is one. Okay? You should use cellphone or you should know how to use cellphone. Syempre, for better communication with those people na medyo malayo sa atin. Okay? But then again, in teaching, we have so many government projects that provides us with technology. Okay? Unang-una, yung tinatawag nating DCP. Okay? Ano ibig sabihin ng DCP? The DepEd Computerization Program. May matagal-tagal nang inumpisahan yon. Anong meron doon sa DepEd Computerization Program? The DCP ay nagbibigay ng mga computer sa mga school. For example, for a school, halimbawa, okay, meron silang DCP package na about 3. Meron silang DCP package na yung isa ay merong yung mga una pa is 10 or 11 or 12 computers. Okay, nung una pa yon, about 1996. Okay, later meron ng pre-provide na 49 units of computer. Okay? And then meron pang, pero anong tawag doon? May Magic MCT. Anong MCT? Magic Blank Technology. Okay, ibig sabihin, meron lang silang 7 system unit or yung tinatawag na CPU na tower type. 7 system unit tapos 49 na screen. Tapos naggumagana siya lahat. Okay, nagwo-work siya lahat. So maganda 'yon. Senior high school also has the same project. Ganun din. 42 monitors, 1, 2, 3 units. Yan. And then later on, meron pang lumabas na DCP na tablet PC. Computer siya na mababa lang yung specs niya. 64 gigabytes lang, parang tablet lang. Mataas pa nga yung ibang cellphone na 128 gigabytes yung specs, yung memory. So, computer siya na nagiging tablet. Tapos touchscreen capable. Capable din para sa bata din yon. Okay, para sa bata din yun. And later on, meron pang bagong balita na ang government ay magpo-provide ng laptop for all teachers. Okay? So, there's no reason para hindi ka matuto or para hindi ka gumamit ng technology. Anyway, yung DCP package pala meron siyang kasamang projector and printers. Yung mga ganon. So, 2 projector, 1 printer. Okay? So, walang paraan para hindi ka gumamit ng technology sa pagtuturo. Okay? Yung ibang teacher, hindi lahat sila nakakagamit, pero they felt the need for a laptop and a printer at least. So, kailangan as a teacher, meron tayo niyan. So, alam nyo ba na malaki ang points ng training seminar sa pag-a-apply ninyo sa trabaho as teacher? Okay? Matatawag natin doon minsan NC2, National Certificate 2. Training na ibinibigay, o training ng TESDA, tapos exam ka sa TESDA, NC2. So, madami yan. Meron tayong automotive, merong electrical, okay, merong sa welding, SMAW, and others. Pero ang gamit na gamit sa isang bilang isang teacher is yung magkaroon ka ng NC2 sa CSS, Computer System Servicing. Okay. Kasi yung CSS or yung Computer System Servicing ay naka-align siya sa halos lahat ng subject. Kasi magagamit mo nga yung ICT kahit saang field ka man nandun. Pag meron ka kasing NC2 sa cookery o sa pagluluto, babagsakan mo HE. Okay? Pero kung hindi naman HE yung ina-applyan mo, hindi siya counted. Or hindi siya pwedeng i-count. Or magkakaroon ng konting problema. Okay? Pero kung ICT, kahit saan pwede siyang ipasok. So, kasi nga, kailangan as a teacher, marunong kang gumamit ng computer. Okay, that is under CHED UNESCO Bangkok 2009. Okay, let us continue. The ICT Competency Standard is made up of 7 domains. Meron tayong 7 domains dito. Each domain has the set of competencies, and the competencies are expressed in desired learning outcome. Becoming proficient in the different competencies will enable you to handle learning of the 21st century in your future classroom. So these domains and the corresponding competencies are found in the table below. So table 1, I have here table 1, the ICT Competency Standard for pre-service teachers. Domain 1, understanding ICT in education. Ano ba yung ICT sa education? Okay? Demonstrate awareness of policies affecting ICT in education. Okay? Dapat daw alam natin or aware tayo kung ano yung mga policies affecting ICT in education. Comply with ICT policies as they affect teaching and learning. So, we should comply with ICT policies and contextualize ICT policies to learning environment. Okay? That is domain 1. Domain 2, curriculum and assessment. Okay? Demonstrate understanding of concept principles of theories of ICT system as they apply to teaching and learning. So, dapat alam natin kung ano yung concept ng principles and theories of ICT system as we apply those to teaching and learning. Okay. Evaluate digital and non-digital learning resources in response to students' diverse need. So, meron tayong dalawang klase, digital and non-digital. Yung digital resources natin or learning resources, most likely those are that needing internet connection. Okay, those are smartphones, laptops, and others. Pero meron din naman tayong non-digital learning resources such as books. Hindi pa rin po napipace out ang books. Meron pa rin tayong books and other reading essentials. So, para sa mga elementary, yan, most likely dapat yun yung gamitin natin. Baka mabilis lumabo yung mata ng mga bata because of some radiations na makuha sana. A little bit of radiations lang naman yun, but it affects. Okay, 2.3, develop digital learning resources to enhance teaching. Okay, use ICT tools to develop 21st century skills, information media and technology skills, learning and innovation skills, career skills, and effective communication skills. So, gamitin natin yung ICT tools to develop 21st century skills. Okay? Ano yun? Information media, technology skills, yan. So, sa TLE, meron tayong tinatawag na Technolympics. Yan. Under Technolympics, kanya-kanyang sub-course. For example, halimbawa sa TLE ICT. So, ang competition para sa TLE ICT ay binubuo ng CSS una, yung pagbabaklas, pagbubuo, at pag-install ng operating system at pag-network ng computers. Okay, CSS yan. Meron din tayong pagdating sa graphics, meron din tayong pagdating sa graphics design is yung sa Photoshop and others. Okay, meron din tayong what else? Meron din tayong programming, simple programming. Okay, the same with others. For example, yung subgroup na HE, they have their own such as cookery. Yan, magluluto naman sila. Okay? Let us move on to domain 3, pedagogy. When we talk about pedagogy, content po yan. So, or yung mga content or yung nasa nasa nakalagay sa objectives and sa books. Apply relevant technology tools for classroom activities. So, dapat daw makagamit tayo ng relevant na technology tools for classroom activities. Hindi mo pwedeng ipilit na yun na lang yung gagamitin mong technology or tools in classroom or teaching and learning process. Dapat nag-iiba siya depende sa pangangailangan ng bata. Depende sa activities na gagawin natin. Use ICT knowledge to solve complex problem and support students' collaborative activities. Okay. We should use ICT knowledge to solve complex problems. Yan. Madami naman tayong pwedeng gamitin na ICT knowledge to support students' activities. Ano ba? Model collaborative knowledge constructions in face-to-face and virtual environment. Hindi lang po face-to-face. Also have virtual environment. So, model collaborative knowledge construction. So, madami tayong pwedeng gamitin dyan. Okay. Number 4, technology tools. Demonstrate competency in the technical operations of technology tools and system as they apply to teaching and learning. So, dapat kapag magtuturo ka ng about technology, marunong ka. I mean, the basic knowledge dapat alam mo. Or sabi nga, dapat bago matuto yung bata, ikaw muna. Okay? So, use technology tools to create new learning opportunities, support community of learners. Napakadaming tools na pwedeng gamitin para matuto yung mga bata na mag-i-enjoy sila. Hindi lang puro games sa isang cellphone, hindi lang puro sa laptop. So, madami. May mga, for example, yung mga encyclopedia natin na offline, meron doon mga tools, may mga quiz kung saan pwedeng sagutin ng mga bata. Okay? Demonstrate proficiency in the use of technology tools to support teaching and learning. Yan. So, proficiency in the use of technology. You should demonstrate that. Marunong kayo. So, hindi pwedeng, sir, medyo matanda na ako, parang ayaw ko ng pag-aralan yan. Hindi po pwede. Dapat pinapag-aralan natin yan kasi dyan tayo papunta. Anyways, malaking bagay kahit saan ka mapunta, pag marunong ka yan, magagamit mo po yan. Next part, number 5, domain 5 is organization and administration. Okay? 5.1, manage technology assisted instruction in an inclusive classroom environment. So, yan. So, for example, sa isang classroom, you should manage the technology. Assisted instruction. So, meron tayong mga technology assisted instruction na tinatawag in an inclusive classroom environment. Meron tayong mga instructions sa mga bata. Hindi ko alam kung some other classrooms and teachers apply this. Okay? But merong mga schools at classrooms na gumagamit ng technology assisted instruction. For example, yung mga bagong ebook na inilabas ng DepEd. Yan, we can use that for this domain 5.1. Next, exhibit leadership in shared decision making using technology tools. Okay, leadership. So, dapat kayo mag-exhibit kayo ng leadership in shared decision making. So, para sa technology tools natin yan. So, siguro naman meron kayong mga 'di ba? Meron kayong mga subjects na may kinalaman sa technology tools. Kasama na itong technology for teaching and learning. Tapos yung mga ibang subject na ibang professional subject. Kaya tayo meron nito dahil inano to ng CHED UNESCO. Ng CHED, ano po? Ano sa atin yan? Ang tawag dito? Yang na-required sa atin yan. Domain 6, Teacher Professional Learning. Explore existing and emerging technology to acquire additional content and pedagogical knowledge. Utilize technology tools, create community of practice or COPS. Tawag natin dyan, community of practice or COPS. So, collaborate with peers. Pag sinabing peers, so for example, students to students or teachers to teachers. Colleagues and stakeholders to access information in support of professional learning. Sinabi natin stakeholders ng school, halimbawa, stakeholders ng school ngayon, meron tayong tinatawag na internal at saka external stakeholders ng school. Ang internal stakeholders ng schools are teachers, school heads, yan, lahat ng empleyado ng school. Yung external naman are the barangay officials, the parents, and other na nagbibigay suporta sa schools. Stakeholders na ang tawag natin doon. To access information and support of professional learning. So, sa stakeholders, meron kasing merong mga barangay na merong e-library. Yan. Pwede nating papuntahin yung mga bata doon to access yung mga gamit sa e-library. Yan. Para matuto sila. So, makikicommunicate na lang tayo sa stakeholders. Sa colleagues naman, pwede tayo makicommunicate sa colleagues. For example, yung in charge sa ICT. Pwede nilang ipagamit yung classroom. Pwede po yun. Hindi po yun restricted. Ano po? Okay. Domain 7 is teacher's disposition. So, as teacher, should demonstrate social, ethical, and legal responsibilities in the use of technology tools and resources. Dapat alam natin kung paano yung legal or ethical at legal na paggamit ng technology. For example, Facebook. Dapat alam mo kung ano yung mga do's and don'ts when using Facebook. Okay? So, ito ba ay masama? Ito ba ay bawal? Ito ba ay hindi magandang tingnan? Ito ba ay ganyan? So, okay. Madami sa atin yung post ng post. That's okay. That's your choice. Pero, nag-isip tayo dapat. Ano pa? Okay. So, ability to use technology tools and resources. Yan. Ethical and legal responsibilities. For example, ako, pinahiram ako ng laptop ng school. So, dapat alagaan ko yung laptop. Okay? Kapag nasira ko yung laptop, ako yung magpapagawa ng laptop. Diba? So, ganun lang yon. 7.2, show positive attitude towards the use of technology tools. Huwag tayong maging negative. As future teachers, dapat alam natin na dapat sumabay tayo doon sa teknolohiya. Doon sa pacing ng technology. Okay? Hindi naman masamang maging makaluma. So, we can use those knowledge na meron yung medyo yung technology, lumang technology. We can use those knowledge also. Okay. Pero we should adjust. Dapat mag-adjust tayo. Okay? Next, collaborate with peer colleagues and stakeholders to access information, support, and professional learnings. The same as dun sa 6.3. Okay. So, likewise, the Department of Education issued Department of Education Order Number 42 Series of 2017 mandating the use of Philippine Professional Standard for Teachers or PPST to start with the beginning teachers who are fresh graduate from the teacher education program. Sabi ko kanina, so kung gusto mong mataas-taas yung grade mo sa pagpaparanking, okay? kailangan meron kang mga certificate na may kinalaman sa ICT. For example, the documents includes, okay, ito yung nakalagay dun sa memo. Shows skills in the positive use of ICT to facilitate teaching and learning, and shows skills in the selection, development, and use of variety of teaching and learning resources includes ICT to address learning goal. Hindi sapat yung certificate. Sir, NC2 ako ng ICT. Okay na po ba yon? Hindi po sapat yon. Kailangan pinapakita mo na kaya mong gamitin yan. Marunong ka ng simple operations such as gumamit ng Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Publisher. Okay? Marunong kang mag-operate ng laptop, computer, or desktop PC. Marunong ka rin gumamit ng projector. So, madali lang naman pag-aralan yun kapag interesado rin kayo. But as a future teacher, okay, dapat kahit pa paano matutunan natin yan kung paano gamitin. So, you should start right now. Okay? So, ESTE. Anong ibig sabihin ng ESTE? Okay, mamaya. So, ESTE National Education Technology Standard for Teachers, or NETST, an international organization of educational technology called International Society for Technology on Education, or ST. ESTE. Yung, yan. International Society for Technology on Education, or ISTE, established standard for both teachers and students. These standards were also referred to as in the development of Philippine ICT Competency Standard, which includes the following. So, ST, National Education Technology Standard for Teachers, or NETST. Ito yung nilalaman ng NETST. Meron tayong 6 na standards para sa ST NETS T. That yung T means for teachers. Standard 1, Technology, Operations, and Concept. Ang ibig sabihin nun. So, this means that teacher demonstrate a sound understanding of technology operations and concept. Dapat as a teacher, marunong kayong gumamit ng technology. Hindi ko lang sinasabing laptop or computers. Okay? Technology to sum it all. Okay? Pero computers and laptop is one. Number 2, standard 2, planning and designing learning environment and experience. So, this standard implies that teacher utilizes the use of technology to plan and design effective learning environment and experience. So, plan and design effective learning environment and experience for these students. Okay? Standard 3, teaching learning curriculum. So, teachers should be mindful that in the implementation of curriculum plan, they have to include strategies for applying technology to maximize student learning. Okay, dapat maximize natin yung student learning by the use of technology. Standard 4, assessment and evaluation. Teachers apply technology to facilitate a variety of effective assessment and evaluation strategies to collect and analyze data, interpret result, and communicate findings to improve instructional practice and maximize student learning. Okay, i-analyze natin yung data na nagagather natin every now and then para nakakapag-reflect tayo kung alin ba yung good na ginagawa natin at alin ba yung hindi masyadong magandang ginagawa natin when it comes to teaching and learning process. Okay? So, that is by the use of technology, of course. Lumang technologies, graphs, interpretation of graphs and others. Nakadisplay yan sa classroom. Yan, for others to see kung ano yung kung ano yung findings natin sa mga bata, ano yung may improvement ba. Okay, kasi dapat every quarter nag-i-improve yung bata. For example, the average of your student right now is 76. Yung average na yun, average grade ng lahat ng estudyante mo this first quarter. Dapat second quarter, hindi na bumaba 76. Dapat pataas. Hindi ko naman sinasabing hilahin mo pataas or basta mo na lang itaas. Excuse me. Ang sinasabi ko lang is that you should do something para unang-una makita mo yung average nila agad. Makita mo yung trend at dapat gawan mo ng paraan para tumaas yung average ng mga bata. Okay? Next. Number 5, productivity and professional practice. Okay, teachers use technology to engage in ongoing professional development and lifelong learning in support of student learning, increase productivity, and to build community of learners. Ang mga teachers po, hindi dapat napapagod mag-aral. Okay? Merong inset na tinatawag. Okay? Minsan isa, minsan dalawa sa loob ng isang taon yung inset, in-service training. October, at the middle, merong inset isa. Tapos, at the end of the year, meron ulit inset isa. But between or all throughout the year, pwede kang ipatawag para mag-seminar. That is another learning for us. So, hindi dapat natatapos yung learning ng isang teacher. Dapat continuous, tuloy-tuloy. Even after retirement. Ano po? Yan. Next, number 6 is social, ethical, legal, and human issues. Teacher understand the social, ethical, and legal human issues surrounding the use of technology, support students learning who come from diverse background, affirm diversity, promote safe and healthy use of technology resources, and facilitate access to technology resources for all students. Meron tayong mga estudyante na iba-iba yung pinagmulan. Merong mga estudyanteng may kaya sa buhay, merong mga estudyanteng walang-wala. So, dapat na-identify natin yan at dapat hindi naiiwan yung estudyanteng walang-wala when it comes to technology. Dapat the school can provide those missing, yung mga nawawalan, yung mga pangangailangan ng isang bata. Dapat may provide ng school yan. Ano pa? So, as a teacher, dapat ma-manage mo para yung mga learners natin is pare-pareho yung alam nila, or those na mga talagang hindi kayang mag-provide or hindi matuto sa bahay ng ganyang technology, sa school matutunan nila yan. Okay? Next. So, meron naman tayong ito. The National Education Technology Standards for Student. Okay, ito naman yung from how technology teachers facilitates learners. Outcomes of student learning should indicate that the following standards had been complied. So, dapat ma-complied naman ito ng mga bata. Una, creativity and innovation. Sa use ng technology ng teacher, ito yung dapat na maging outcome natin. Okay, una, creativity and innovation. So, this standard will produce students who demonstrate creative thinking, construct knowledge, develop innovation product and process using technology from existing knowledge. Number 2, communication and collaboration. So, they should be able to communicate and collaborate with classmates or peer by using technologies. Number 3, research and information fluency. So, under this, students are expected to apply digital tools to gather, evaluate, and use information and plan strategies for inquiry. The standard expect the students to locate, organize, analyze, evaluate, synthesize, and ethically use information from variety of sources and media. Okay, next is the digital citizenship. Under digital citizenship, it is required by this standard that every technology student has a digital citizen who demonstrate or is a digital citizen who demonstrate ethical and legal behavior. Yung sabi ko kanina, dapat alam natin kung paano natin gagamitin yung technology. Ano po? So, further, The student exhibits positive attitude towards the support of technology for collaboration, learning, and productivity as a digital citizen. So as a teacher, dapat wino-walk through natin yung estudyante para maging positive yung vibes nila when it comes sa pagtanggap ng technology. Hindi natin pwede sabihin na, hindi tayo gagamit yan. Ito lang sa atin. No. Dapat maging open tayo. Open-minded tayo. And also, dapat papakinabangan yung binibigay sa atin ng gobyerno. Okay? So, number 6 would be technology, operations, and concept. So, the student should soundly understand or understanding of technology concept, system, and operation is a standard that students should comply with. They too are expected to further transfer current knowledge to learning of new technologies. Okay? So, ako bilang ICT teacher, so nakaka-proud na pagkatapos ng isang taon, yung bata na hindi marunong magdot-dot sa computer ay marunong na. Okay? At yung bata na takot sa computer humawak ay hindi na siya takot kasi alam niya na yung concept ng kung paano gamitin yung computer na maayos. Okay? So, dapat yung estudyante, outcome ng estudyante is that they demonstrate a sound understanding on the full operation of a computer. Ano pa? So, as for your assignment, ito yung assignment ninyo. So, ilalagay ko din ito dun sa Google Classroom natin and you should answer this. Ano po? Pero, ang gagawin natin is, this is a survey form. The survey on the use of ICT in teaching and learning for teachers. So, you are going to ask a teacher, yung isang full-fledged teacher na po. Tatanungin ninyo siya. Okay? Sir, paano kung gawain lang namin? Hindi po pwede kasi ikikip ninyo yung pasasagutan ninyo. Isusulat ninyo ito sa isang bond paper or paper, clean sheet of paper. Susulat ninyo itong form na to, itong table na to, tapos papasagutan nyo sa teacher, tapos papapirma nyo sa baba. And then you are going to file that. Papakita nyo sa akin or you are going to submit that for me later. But then again, sasagutan nyo na rin ito sa Google Classroom. Lalagay ko to sa Google Classroom as an activity. As additional assignment. Bukod pa dun sa quiz ninyo for this session. Ano pa? So, dear teachers, please check your answer to the following questions found below. So, kung yes or no, ano po? So, si teacher daw ngayon do you use technology in your teaching? So, yes or no. Are you aware of policies that guide you in the use of ICT? Do you use non-digital learning resources in your teaching? So, paliwanag yan. What do you mean by non-digital learning resources? Ito daw po yung mga MP3 halimbawa, or Manila paper technology, or Cartolina technology, or yung mga real-time or real object na makukuha mo. For example, this is rock, talagang bato inilagay mo sa lamesa. That is non-digital technology, but that is a concrete teaching materials, bato, pero non-digital technology yan. Okay. Or grass, tinuro mo yung grass, or kinuha mo yung halaman, pinakita mo, ginamit mo yung example. So that is non-digital technology. Number 4, do you develop digital resources for your learners? Do you use technology tools for classroom activities? Are you expert in the use of technology tools for teaching? Do you have facilities to use in technology tools in your classroom? Are you aware of the ethical and legal responsibilities in the use of technology tools? Number 9, are your student learning better with the use of technology tools? Number 10, do you enjoy using ICT tools in your teaching? So those are the questions na papasagutan ninyo sa isang teacher. Okay pa? Nilalagay ko sa Google Classroom as survey. Tapos makikita ko na doon yung data. Kung ilan yung sumagot ng yes sa number 1, ilan yung sumagot ng no sa number 1. Ano po? Pero wag naman po magkaswal. Yan naman magkaswal kayo. Hindi pala totoo yung mga sagot, gawa-gawa lang pala. That's bad. Hindi po maganda yan. And then I will also have your questions or your quiz in the Google Classroom na lang din. Anyways, at this moment po 111 pa lang yung enrolled sa Google Classroom. So sa Google Classroom papasok yung assignment ninyo,